Hello and welcome back to the Princess K Talk Show. Your host, Princess Kingsman. So last week, or a couple of days ago, I did a voice recording on audio record because I was unable to record visibly. But now I can record. So I'm just going to talk about what I spoke on the audio, and which is still on the topic of forgiveness and the power of forgiveness. Okay, and last week we spoke about friends and how forgiving friends is beneficial. And so on this segment we're going to be talking about family. Okay, now family is something that we all know that it's not, I wouldn't particularly say that it's an easy task to do, because family is family that you're constantly seeing, you're constantly looking at, you're constantly around, and that can be really, really tricky to forgive, especially when you are just living with them, when you're living with them, it makes it 10 times a little bit challenging. Not impossible to do, but it makes it challenging. And the reason being is because, like friends, you can just cut them off and not talk to them. I mean, of course, some people cut their family off, but it really doesn't have any lasting effect, because then that's hurting you, and that's unforgiveness. It kills you slowly, and it can cause so many health conditions in the long run. And I would advise that whatever it is that your family did to you, I would maybe try looking at it in this perspective. Okay, so that hurt people hurt people. Okay, people that are already hurt people. It makes it easier for them to hurt another. So if you look at it from that angle, then you take maybe a family member and you take maybe what they've done, or whatever it is that is your grievance that you are unable to forgive. Okay, and you think about it this way, that, well, why don't you step into their shoes for just a second? Step into the people that hurt you. Step into their shoes for a few seconds and think, what did they go through to have to get to a stage where they would have to treat people that way? When you analyze it from that perspective, it would make it easier for you to forgive them. Not because it erases or it makes an excuse that, oh yeah, that doesn't give them a pass to do what they did, but it gives you a different perspective on compassion. And when you're compassionate, it brings you a whole different kind of peace and understanding when it comes to human beings and when it comes to dealing with people. Because people will disappoint you, they will hurt you. Families will hurt you because we're human beings. Okay? Because we're from the same family doesn't mean that we have the same heart. Even twins have different hearts, different characters, different things. So look at it from that perspective. And when you look at it from that perspective, maybe whoever that's in your family that you are, that hurt you or broke your heart and disappointed you and did all kinds of things to you, maybe you can forgive them because they too were also hurt. Maybe you should ask them about their story. Ask them how they grew up. Ask them what happened to them. Ask them to tell you their story. So maybe that would make it easier for you to understand why they did what they did, which will make it a little bit easier to forgive. And I'm telling you, God or whoever you believe in will do the rest. And that is a guaranteed. That is something that I have practiced and I am still practicing because we're not perfect. It works, and it gives you so much peace. It's like a load lifted off your shoulders. And when you try looking at it from that angle, I can guarantee you will not regret it. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. Okay, so next week we will be talking more about this, but we're just gonna go on to a different topic, which is forgiving oneself. So stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the little bell for notifications when I post. So do have a lovely day. I love you always, and goodbye.